The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 81 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Jacksonville.
Well, I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson His second touchdown on the season. And the Jags on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tua now on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's a run with Ballage. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action, now it's Tua. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They run it with Balaj. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Balaj. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run here with Balaj. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Balaj is in. Touchdown, Arizona. No CD. There didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now ETN to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Yep.
Now Lawrence. Forced out to his left. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Badgley's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow him down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Steps away to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flipping left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On first down, Tagovailoa. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Tua, he finds his man, complete. It's McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On play action, here's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now Lawrence on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 5 yards remain on second down. Here's a give to Etienne. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run with Etienne. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Connor. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Watch out. Shift. Leo.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Armstead able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Dan Arnold, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Foyesade American. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Being chased out left. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to get the football back at their own 17. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Etienne. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, check.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a dump off here complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Caught by Jones. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved down in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be out right at the 35. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Tua. And that's complete to Brown. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Tua. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Tua to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa steps away. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And this is, there he goes right side. The 40, 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy